I dreamed from when I was 12 years old that I was gonna, play on Team USA. Part of me was like terrified because this was a dream that I had had since I was a little kid. And now here's somebody telling me that it's still possible.
I remember we pulled up to the gym from the outside and I hear this like banging, and I was like, what the hell is that? What is going on? I enter the gym and I see wheelchair basketball for the first time. I gained a lot of confidence. I had spent so long in this shell. It was really freeing. Racing for the ball before it goes out, dives to go get it, falling to the ground, hitting chairs, making three-pointers. My sister and I looked at each other and we're both like, oh yeah, this is for you. This is totally for you.
Man, representing the United States, it gives you goosebumps almost. To be honest, it never gets old.
Wheelchair basketball and basketball have so many similarities.
People ask that question a lot.
Yes, we shoot at the same size basket. Yes, the courts are the same size.
Even fouling is relatively the same. Obviously, you have the chair to take into consideration.
The only thing we don't really have is double dribble. Every 2 pushes, you have to bounce it. There's a point system based on disability.
And so you'll see the abilities increase all the way from a 1.0 up to a 4.5. You're only allowed within your 5 players on the court to add up to 14 points to try to make it as even between teams as possible. If you know stand-up basketball, then you'll be able to watch wheelchair basketball and understand it pretty easily.
All right, hey, let's work hard, focus up, right? It's still a tryout camp, okay? We're looking for improvement. Here we go, USA on 3. 1, 2, 3.
USA!
Our next tournament will be the IWBF World Championships in Dubai, where there will be over 300 athletes competing on 16 men's teams and 12 women's teams. I think for Team USA, the expectation is to podium. We have a long legacy of winning.
The USA, wow, they claim the gold and there has been no better team. Steph Wheeler, she won gold as a player in 2004 and 2008, such a tactician.
I'm Stephanie Wheeler. I'm a 2-time Paralympic gold medalist, a World Championship gold medalist, 2-time World Championship silver medalist, and 3-time national champion at the University of Illinois, all as a player. As our USA national team head coach, I'm a 1-time Paralympic gold medalist and a 1-time under 25 world champion. I am a part of the North Carolina Sports Hall of Fame, and I am also a member of the National Wheelchair Basketball Association Hall of Fame.
What does Stephanie Wheeler mean in women's wheelchair basketball? She has a dynasty, man.
She's a legend.
Just pure knowledge of the sport.
She, is one of the GOATs of wheelchair basketball, I think.
I don't think so. I think we had some GOAT teams. After we won gold in Rio, I stepped away from Team USA. Trooper Johnson was hired as the head coach.
There was a lot of girls on that team that felt defeated.
Being on the outside of Team USA for the first time in a long time, seeing that there was a culture shift happening that didn't reflect the culture that we've built, it was devastating. What's amazing right now, though, is to see Christina come into this position and come into her own as a head coach and build the culture back.
Stephanie and I, we played so many games together. We were co-captains of teams together, and I got to play for her in 2016 and win another gold medal. And so for me to be in this spot again, but as a head coach, it's kind of emotional, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Everybody in? Okay, there was a lot of like joy and fun in this camp. Just really proud of everybody in this room. All right, USA on 3. 1, 2, 3. USA! My staff that I selected is amazing.
The wants and needs of this team when we were coming in was a bit of, yes, competitiveness. Yes, we're competing. But we also want to push you to feeling like you can be your authentic self on this court.
There are going to be moments this year when we get stretched like this. And this is what we have. We have each other. Can we do that this season? Awesome.
When I became head coach here at Illinois, I wanted to create the space for the athletes that I coached to be a space that was affirming to them. And I knew that the first step in me doing that was being true to who I am. And so it became really important to me to not hide my sexuality. So I identify as a lesbian. I have a wonderful partner, Laura. I think it was a scary journey at first, but then as soon as I allowed myself to fully live in it, it has honestly been one of the best things that's ever happened to me.
We've got to work on our communication through conversation, right?
I got to watch her blossom in the LGBTQ plus world and really come into herself and be secure in herself. And that gave me a lot of courage to be able to do that as well.
Okay. I am gay. I like women.
Yeah, I identify as a lesbian.
You know what? I am a lesbian. And yes, people with disabilities do have sex. It happens.
I really struggle with labels, but I just know that I love who I love, and that's sort of what I've had to figure out.
Get her shoes.
The women that are on this team that are out, I've never had to like have a conversation with them. I think it's just like part of who they are, and we just accept who they are for who they are. I talk a lot about wanting my athletes to feel safe in these spaces, and they should be safe in these spaces. So to me, it's kind of worrisome that we're hosting an event like this in Dubai.
Dubai is an emirate, it's like a kingdom. We need to understand that this is a Muslim country where for hundreds of years, tribal norms and values are in place. According to the law, according to the penal code, which is 177 of Dubai, public display of same-sex activities is punishable by 10 years imprisonment.
It's kind of conflicting because Dubai is this place that's like gleaming and shiny and just this place that people want to go see.
Dubai is a very close ally to the United States. Tourism is about 5% of the economy altogether. But the individuals have to be careful. If the media picks up on a story, what they would consider disrespect, then you can expect that the government would act upon that.
What has happened with Brittany Griner, you don't even want to think that that could happen with any of us athletes going into Dubai.
Let's go. Let's have a good one. We'll finish after this. Let's leave it all out here for this morning. 1, 2, 3.
USA! This camp will serve as the final selection for the team that we're going to take to Dubai. There's lots of factors that make someone get on that final roster.
The balance between veteran and youth that we have on this team is quite incredible. Mandy Wilmore is intuitive. Kaitlyn Eaton is energetic. Courtney Ryan is fierce. Josie Aslakson is pure.
still get those nerves, but I think one of the best parts about being a veteran is that you get to kind of bring in this younger generation of athletes and teach them what it takes to be at this elite level.
It's a super new world for me. Getting to try out and play with, the best in the United States is a pretty humbling and awesome experience. I wouldn't be lying if I didn't put a little pressure on myself.
You made it through. You made it through a selection camp. Again, you guys made this the hardest thing that we could do. This is the worst part of my job. The worst part of my job. I'm just as nervous. So I'm gonna name the team for Dubai in no particular order.